Hey everyone, Russ here. Sorry it's been so long since my last video. My chronic migraines have been acting up, and I haven't had uh, a full day of where I haven't been in pain. Um, and because of that, my sleep schedule has been off, and I've pretty much been mostly active at night and not during the day. So I am filming this at night, and I'm hoping I'm not disturbing anyone. If you hear any sounds in the background, it's either the noises from the furnace room or it's one of the cats. So you might hear a little jingle bell if one of the cats has their collar on. And you might since Zim is awake. Okay, so this is a book haul for January 2021, just my physical books, because if I included all of the ebooks and the digital audiobooks, there would be a lot, and I don't think I kept count of all of them. Oh, here we got Zim. He wants to be included. Zim, hi. You can be there now. You wanna model for the camera? So yeah, so this is just the physical books. They're almost all warrior cat books except for one. But I decided to include it anyway in case anyone else is interested in them. And once Zim gets down, I'll start with the first book, which will be the non-warriors book. He doesn't want to get down right away, so he's a little bit of cat footage. Beep. Here is the only non-warrior cats book, and this is the first book in a new series called The Queen's Council. This is Rebel Rose by Emma Tharialt. I probably mispronounced that, as I'm terrible at pronunciating some words. So this is basically a combination of a sequel to Beauty and the Beast, while at the same time it's a kind of retelling. This is by the publishing company that Disney owns, and they have been publishing a couple of series for the last several years that basically reimagines their own movies and their characters from those movies, which is really interesting because the majority of Disney's animated movies are reimaginings of fairy tales. So they're a reimagining of a fairy tale, which I think is pretty cool. And also the fact that Disney themselves are publishing these, very interesting. So this series premise, if I remember correctly, is what if the Disney movies are set in the timeline they're supposed to be set in? As in, what if the real-life historical events affect the Disney characters? So for this one, since it's Beauty and the Beast, it's how would Belle deal with becoming queen, I believe, and having to deal with the beginning of the French Revolution. And I think the next book, which is coming out this year, I don't think it's come out yet, but I believe it's about Mulan. And if that is correct, I'm really excited because I really loved the animated Mulan movie. Yeah, so that's all I'll talk about for this one, and moving on. Zim wanted to be included again, so I decided to let him. So I know what you're probably saying. Russ, do you really need another copy of Into the Wild? And I have to say yes, because I'm still missing a couple of the American English editions that have been published. To my knowledge, after this one, there's only 2. This is the Turtleback edition of the Richardson cover, and the only 2 that I do not have is the Turtleback of the old cover, the McLaughlin's cover, and the physical audiobook. So if you don't know what a turtleback is, it is a book that is made more durable for libraries and schools. They're made with a thicker hardcover and thicker pages for the regular use of being read multiple times by many people. They are also called library bindings, paper on board, and pre-bound. Zim, what are you doing? No. Okay. So now that he's left, we can get a little closer. Yeah. So, this is some common words. I don't know why it has to be referred to by a lot of different names, but they are. And so here's what they look like up close. As I said, the board is thicker. It's actually a bit thicker than regular hardcovers, and the paper is also somewhat thicker. Otherwise, they're about the same size as the regular paperbacks. And yeah, so this is just another copy for my collection, and I just need to get 2 more, and I should have all the American English editions of Into the Wild. And now I have the hardcover of the graphic novel from last year, A Shadowrun River Clan. I actually already have a copy of A Shadowrun River Clan. I had pre-ordered the paperback. So yeah, if you did not know, you can, on release, there is the hardcover and the paperback. So you can order either, or you could order both. When I ordered Shadowrun River Clan, pre-ordered it, I did not see that there was also a hardcover, and I did not realize that until after the book came out. And then I waited until the book came down in price for the hardcover, so I could buy it at a better amount. They are the exact same size, except that the hardcover looks a little taller because that is the cover. The pages are pretty much the exact same size. I think they are the same pages. Also, I want to show you something. So, usually, at least in the US, when they put a dust jacket on a book, that means there's nothing on the cover itself, except like the name and sometimes an engraving or whatnot. For this, there is actually the cover inside the cover, on the cover. I don't know why. I personally think putting dust jackets on books that have the cover on the cover is a waste of paper. But it does happen, and I guess it's okay. But I would prefer if they didn't do that. But yeah, so that's the hardcover of A Shadowrun River Clan. And this is the last of the books that I got new. The rest of the books in this haul I got used from a used book site. I got all the new stuff from a website too, but different websites. So this, I got the new cover, the Richardson cover of Tall Star's Revenge. So yes, in case you were wondering, the covers for Tall Star's Revenge and Brimstone Storm for the paperbacks did come out last year. It was just never advertised. Even though when they showed off the new covers on the website in 2019, they made it sound like they were going to reveal the release date later. They never did. So, if you go into bookstores, you might find it new, but you also might still find the old cover, the McLaughlin cover. And that is because they made so many printings of the older paperback that you may not find the new paperback quite yet. This is also true for shopping online. If a particular site, if they still have the old stock in stock, they will send you the old stock first before they send you the new stock. It's just how they operate. So yeah. So I ordered this as a test, even though I do have the old paperback. So I was risking potentially getting the book, the same type of book again. But I really like Tall Star's Revenge, and I wanted to try getting that. Even though I didn't have either of the paperback versions for Brimstone Storm. And then from a used book site, I got the old cover of Blue Star's Prophecy. It's in pretty good condition. And yeah, so there's still a bunch of the older books that I don't have in the original paperback. But I am going to get. So I really, it's just SkyClan's Destiny, Yellowfang's Secret, and Bramble Starstorm. So like half, well, a little less than half, that I don't have in the old paperback. Though as it stands, SkyClan's Destiny, Crooked Star's Promise, and Yellowfang's Secret do not have new covers yet. I don't know if they're getting new covers. I assume, especially since this year all three of those books are finally getting audiobooks. But there hasn't been an announcement, and it's really weird they didn't make an announcement last year for the new covers, but they didn't announce the audiobooks either. So, who knows? I'm remaining hopeful, since it seems like they want to actually do stuff with those books, hence the audiobooks finally getting done. And I also picked up a used copy of the old cover of Thunder Rising. This is the last of the Dawn of the Clans books that I needed to get, especially since they only made paperback copies of the original cover art McLaughlin's for the first three, which means that if you were buying the paperbacks when they were first coming out, starting with E-Force Divided, they suddenly changed to Richardson's covers. They did not finish doing McLaughlin's covers in paperback, which I know for, at the time, people who were getting the paperbacks were annoyed at suddenly, if they wanted a complete paperback collection of the series in one style, they had to rebuy the first three books in Richardson's cover. Which I think is a shame, because I have such nostalgia for McLaughlin's art. And I really like his art. But sadly it doesn't seem like they're ever going to rectify that. So yeah, so this was the last of the Dawn of the Clans covers that I needed. I also picked up the original cover of the Forgotten Warrior. And so for all of the original covers in paperback, the only ones I'm missing are two, both from Omen of the Stars. That would be Night Whispers and The Last Hope, which should be pretty easy to find, since they printed a ton of those paperbacks. But yeah, so once I get those two, I should have every paperback of the original American English editions of the main arc books. And then I just need to get as I said, the original covers for the super editions. But I am almost done with all of the McLaughlin's books, which will be sad. But at the same time, it will be a sense of accomplishment. And the last three books that I purchased were the individual mangas. So this is Escape from the Forest from the Tiger Star and Sasha trilogy. It's the last one I needed for that trilogy. No, I do not know if they're ever going to do a bind up in full color for Tiger Star and Sasha, or a full color for the Rise of Scourge. I assume not, since it's been years since they started doing those. And I think there might have been a problem with the original artists, and there probably is something in their contract that they can't alter the art without the artist's permission. But I do not know, since HarperCollins or Working Partners has said nothing on the matter. Next one that I got is The Heart of a Warrior from the Ravenpaw's Path trilogy. This is the last one I needed for this trilogy as well. This one I might end up having to rebuy, because when it came, it was missing a corner, which I ended up contacting the seller, the used book site, because on their site they said that none of the conditions of their books should have rips in them, especially on the covers. So I contacted them, and they refunded me the money, so I have that money to either repurchase another copy or to buy another book, which is really good. That site has really good customer service, and they always help out whenever I have to contact them about one of my orders. If you want, I can make a whole video on sites that I recommend for getting books from, that have helped me expand my collection to the amount that it has. But that might take a while, and I might do that after the next update for my collection, which should be in a couple of months. I'm just waiting until I reach a certain number, and then I'll do another update of my collection, and I'll do like a bunch of videos about the collection, like a whole bunch. I haven't decided all of the types, but I plan to do a bunch. And the last book that I got in this haul is The Rescue from the Sky Clan and the Stranger trilogy. And with this one, there's only one of the individual mangas that I do not have yet, and that would be After the Flood from this trilogy. But I'm probably going to purchase it soon, because I have some credit on a used book site that I need to use by the end of this month, actually, since it is February, and I'm filming this really late. But yeah, so after that, after I get After the Flood, then I don't have to worry about the manga, and I just have to focus on the new graphic novels coming out. But yeah, with that brings this haul to a close. I definitely have to rearrange my bookshelves. Um, I might do a video about that. I might not. Depends on how I feel and if I want to film myself doing it. Like, specifically have me in the shot. Because right now I don't feel comfortable doing that. Uh, so, yes. So that might be a video. I have a bunch of videos that I've been working on, but due to the chronic migraines, it's been very slow go at completing the work that I need to do before I do any of the actual video making stuff, like all the research and everything. I need to finish that. Uh, but I might come out with some small videos in between, Warriors related. And once I start actually reading a bunch more books, or important books, or I don't know, just regular books, because I've mainly been reading comics this year. I will come out with more review videos of books that I want to talk about. There's definitely one coming out next year, not Warriors, not next year, next month in March, that I want to talk about once I finish the arc that I got the advanced reader's copy. So there's that to look forward to if I get that done in time. So yes, so that's it for this video. Let me know if there's any videos you want to see from me, like specific ones. It doesn't have to be Warriors, it could be anything else. Just suggest down in the comments and I'll get back to you. I'll try to get back to you pretty quickly. And I'll let you know if it's possible for me to do them or not. And yeah, I'm going to stop talking and have the nice rest of your day or morning or night or whatever. Bye.